Think about where you're going to be.
Understand.
It's 79 degrees. Where are you going to be? Bedded down. Is that not right? You're going to be bedded down. So, start answering. It's going to be bedded down. All right, if you're bedded down and it's 10 o'clock in the morning and you hear this, and stop thinking now like a little deer. You've been around for 6 years now. You're the baddest thing out there that ever was. This is what you hear. Do you care? No. Now I'm starting to make you think. You don't care about that. And you're perfectly right by not caring about that. Did I do anything wrong by doing that out of my stand? No.
No.
Absolutely not. Now, a doe might have heard that and might have come. But then again, might not have. But I didn't do anything wrong. Here's the next thing you hear. Remember what I taught you. Listen. What is that? The doe bleat. It means here I am, where are you? And it has nothing to do with the right. Do you care? No. You don't care. Did I do anything wrong? No. All right, here's the next thing you hear. Did I do anything wrong?
No.
I painted another picture, but do you care? No. No. You didn't care. Listen, when Mama was getting bred, Baskin Robbins went on sale. What did she do with her yearling buck that was walking with her? She went just like this. She'd let him get close, and she'd go like that. She'd jackass kick him. And she'd kick him, and she'd kick him until he finally left. And when he left, he's disheartened, he's walking around, and guess what he runs into? Another one that just got the same thing done to him. And maybe even another one. That'll be a new tree so little bucks run around together. Now there's a whole storybook out there. You just got to learn to read it. Now they're together. That's going to be bachelor bucks right there for a while. They don't want them nowhere near them. So they buddy up. Okay? Now, all summer, the older bucks were together. Now we're separated a little bit. If I look at him after I'm out of velvet, and I'm the dominant buck, and I look at him, he better take a submissive posture. If he does, I'll let him walk with me. That's why you see a couple of big bucks together. The littler one's going to be a woof. Okay? He'll just hunker down for him. And the same thing with him. But if I get near this big guy pumping iron and he decides he don't want to hunker down no more, we'll probably go at it a little bit. Okay? But listen, with that being said, this is the next thing you hear. Do you care? No. Now listen to me. If you're one of those 3 yearlings, probably care. Okay, who is that? What is that going on? You got it? So just relax. Could I do that out of my stand? Absolutely. I haven't heard a thing. Here's the next thing you hear. Remember, it implies no urgency. This is the next thing you hear. Do you care?
Sure.
Maybe if you're this big, listen, now remind me where I'm at. I got to do an aggressive run. And listen to this. Think about what you did last night. Remember who you are. Now, does any of you know what you did last night? What would you do? If you were the biggest buck in Ontario, what would you do last night? You want me to show you what I would have done for the last 2 weeks, even before I got out of velvet? But as that testosterone started getting a little higher, I realized what happened because it's not my first rodeo. Let me show you what I would have done. I would have went to every area in my territory that was a dominant area that does congregate all the time. 3 or 4 here, 3 or 4 over there, maybe 3 over here, I don't know. But I'd go like this, look. What's up, baby? Check me out. This is me. I'm the bad boy here. And then meanwhile, there's a little buck over there. What are you looking at? I'll let him know real quick that I'm right here. That's what I did last night. I went around. I'd whiff the air a little bit. There ain't no Baskin Robbins on sale, but I'm going to let them all know. Then I'd take off and I'd go to the next high-intensity area. Before that, I was worried about eating all the time. Now I'm going to eat a little. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to let every doe in my territory know who I am. Got it? Now drop it. That's what you did last night. So when you hear that tending grunt, You heard deer doing that, Leslie. You don't care about that. Now, I might be a little 2.5-year-old. I probably care about that. I like to see who's doing that at 10 o'clock at 79 degrees. You follow me? I'm increasing my odds by painting pictures. All right, now look, let that go. Now, this is the next thing you hear when you're bedded down. Do you care?
Yeah.
You're dang right you care. You're supposed to be doing that. Does everybody understand? That's what I wanted you to feel, because that's what I painted. Has everybody got it? So you have to be the author of the painting, or the whoever painted it. Paint the picture that you want to paint and say it when you get ready. Now I owe you 2 things real quick because I'm getting tired. The first thing is how much and when. It's simple. The easiest deer to call is the one that you see, because you know what he's doing. The hardest one to call is the one you don't see, because you don't know what he's doing. So here's the rule on the one you don't see. Rule number 1. Whenever they stop and you know you've called, you stop. That's the first thing. Second thing is, when you don't see a deer and you're in your stand, you call 10 to 15 seconds, maybe 20, and then wait 20 to 30 minutes. Everybody got that? That's just a rule of thumb to go by. If you call for 30 seconds, don't get down out of the tree and go home, because I said 15 to 20. Stay, you didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just telling you what I feel is a really good norm for you. If you want an example, here's an example. Opening day in Ontario. I let the woods settle down. And I'll stop. I'm going to wait 20 to 30 minutes. Now, without lying to you, just so you know what I do, somewhere in that 20 to 30 minutes, I'm going to give 1 or 2 more. But you better be careful. You better be looking all around and make sure there's nothing that's got in sight of you that you don't know about, and then just real easy. I keep them interested. All I'm doing is just saying, okay, at 100 yards he heard me. He's 50 yards. He may not know exactly where that was, and I give him just a little touch. Everybody got it? Do it if you want. Don't do it if you don't want. I don't care. But that's how you do a deer that you don't see. The next time, if it don't work in 20 or 30 minutes, I might do this. That might be my presentation. The next time I might do had nothing to do with the rut. That's just what I did. I painted a picture. A doe, maybe another doe grunting, and there was a bleat. That's all I painted. Everybody got it? So that's how you do a deer that you don't see. Now, the easy part, the one that you see will dictate to you how much and when. Now watch. This is 150 yards. Just so you know, because if I said you had a gun, you'd tell me you'd kill it. So forget that. You got a bow. You can only shoot 40 yards. Right here, there's a saddle. They can go that way or this way. Right now, they're all right here. One deer. That same one that you were. Now you're the hunter, and there's the biggest deer in Ontario. Don't blow this. There's a saddle. Deer's walking this way. It gets to 120 yards and it stops. What call are you going to use? You better not use one I just told you. When they're stopped, they're more alert. Their ears are going, they're looking, and they stop in nature all the time. There's nothing wrong with that deer stopping. He did not dictate to you to do something. Don't. Now he starts up again. Now he gets 90 yards and he stops again. What are you going to do? Nothing. The saddle's at 80. Now he walks right in the middle of that saddle and stops. Now what are you going to do? Nothing. He might come straight ahead. He didn't tell you. I told you, when you see a deer, he'll dictate to you how much and when. So when he's in that saddle, now he starts to go like this. He started to go to the left, right here. All right, did he not just tell you I'm doing something you don't want me to do? He just dictated to you, do something. Now what are you going to do?
Give him a little call.
Meat and potatoes, what are you going to do? Short grunt. And if he takes, listen to me, you do what you want. God tells me don't let him put that even on the ground. When he started to go like that, he was moving. He's not paying attention to what he was again. He's looking here. When he puts that foot down before it gets down, I've seen him pull it back and not even put it down. Look. I've seen him also put it down, take 2 steps, and look back this way. When they're doing that, don't do anything. And then he stops, turn around, and comes towards you. Whoopie-doo. We did what we wanted. If he keeps going, hit him with whatever you want. But listen, the only thing I think you can make a mistake, and I told you, you are not going to make a mistake now. But don't do this. Every time I've seen guys do this, every time he takes a step, what? You get excited, and you're going like, oh, come back, come back. Look. Don't do that. You do. And if he keeps going, I'm probably going to go. It's not a buck's job, but I'm going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to keep giving it to him until he either turns around and comes back or he walks off. You know what I'm not going to see? A flag. I'm making deer sounds. Deer don't live in a tree. Now listen, if this deer's at 40 yards behind a bush and you haven't got a shot and you try and blow that call, the odds are real good you pulled an Archie Bunker and he's going to run. Blow and run. You need to be killing him at 40 yards. And if you haven't got the shot, shut up till you get it. You don't need to do nothing to rush the pace. Be calm. Listen, what's wrong with him going out there 80 yards and then hitting them again? Turn them around. There's nothing wrong with that. And if it doesn't, use it for practice. And these guys that let these deer walk by that they're not going to kill and have calls around their neck, I have never seen anything so dumb. That's a practice session. Give them something and try it. Now, what I was telling you a while ago, what happens if a doe's out there at 80 yards and you got a bow? And she walks within 60 and then turns and goes on. 20 minutes later, a doe and a fawn come. Where do they go? Same way. 20 minutes later, another doe comes. Where does she go? And 30 minutes after that, the biggest buck in the world comes. Where does he go? Why didn't you call the first doe within bow range and then shut up? Let her walk off. Then the next one comes, next one, and here comes a buck. I have watched 5 bucks walk 20 yards out of the way to just follow another one. They could see him. And I just grunted to him, soft grunts, and he turned around and just kept coming, and I shut up. And I let him walk off, and then all of them come right by me. You got to learn to use it for an offensive weapon. All right?
Thank you very much.
Anybody got any questions? If you need any help with any of the calls are over there, if you need help with cameras, I can tell you about the cameras. Moultrie has a really good buy on this one. They're usually $169. Just holler at me and I'll help you. The calls are over here, and that's it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks, Tim.
Woo!
You mind if I use this?
I don't care if you
Thank